Today I am with Angel Castillo, who is a Ogden City Planning Commissioner who's running for mayor right now.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why I got on the Planning Commission is I moved here from a city that had a housing crisis and a homeless crisis, and I had actually taken an engagement with a civic nonprofit in Los Angeles to petition the city and lobby the city for the rights of a group of about a small town, probably the size of Roy, maybe. Mm-hmm. And the project was, imagine if a developer just showed up on 25th Street, started buying up all the property, tearing down the buildings, and putting up stucco construction apartment buildings.
That'd be sad.
It'd be really sad. It's horrible because we are our rich history, our architectural history, our wildlife, our outdoor experience. I mean, everything about us and the vibe that's on 25th Street, those cool, gritty, independent businesses, that's something special. And that's what was happening in the Arts District in Los Angeles, and that's what they hired me to do, is to lobby the city to stop. The similarities is that when you don't update a general plan in 20 years, you are allowing things that aren't for the best of the city because everything has changed. And we are having the same problem here. We haven't updated our general plan in over 20 years. And we are allowing developments to occur that are not what's best for Ogden. For example, there are 7 properties that are open for development, or were open for development, for transit-oriented destinations. And that means commercial on the bottom, residential on the top, right on a transit line, so people don't have to drive. They can pop on a bus, they can get on the front runner, and it's getting people out of their cars and walking and having this amazing pedestrian experience. We had 7 of them when I started as a planning commissioner. We now have 5. And we lost 2 of those sites that there were developers who wanted to put 250 units with commercial on the bottom, which would yield quite a good tax revenue for the city. We put in a quick car wash. And we put in a 7-Eleven gas station 2 blocks from the front runner. That quick car wash is 100 feet from a bus stop. And that is because our code is out of date, and we had to allow it because the law said, our code said, yes, you could build something like this here. Mm-hmm. We need to fix that. We need to make sure that we are all on board with the same vision of where we want to go, and we can't be putting car-oriented destinations on a transit line. We want to put people and businesses there.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you on all of these points. Sometimes it seems like cities make choices that make no sense, and you just start wondering, like, who made that decision?
Your response as a citizen, but how did that happen? Why is that happening? Is directly with one of the issues I have with the current administration, and that is communication and transparency. There is no connection between the administration telling the citizens how they're being good stewards with your tax dollars. This is what we're doing, and this is why we're doing it, and getting community engagement and buy-in. Our current administration, our current mayor has not held a town hall in 8 years. 8 years. Wow. And that is how much your voice does not matter. And let's define town hall. A town hall is the mayor shows up, nobody else is on the agenda, and the public is allowed in an open mic forum to speak to the mayor for whatever the time limit of that is. And the most important part is it's a dialogue, right? The person says, this is what's matter, and then the mayor speaks to the person, acknowledging what's happening, perhaps offering solution, or promising that, okay, we're going to look into this, and you can call me in 2 weeks, and let's follow up, and let's see where we are. It's a dialogue, okay? Design charrettes don't count. City council meetings don't count because it's something else. And city council meetings are really uncomfortable for the general public because you get to speak for 3 minutes and the city council and the mayor can't interact with you according to the rules. It's really weird. I mean, and We need to be connected to our community. And as an administration, as mayor, I'm pledging to hold quarterly town halls. Every quarter I am going to name a place, name a time. Everybody gets to show up and tell me what they need. How can I help them and be accountable? And we're going to record everything, and I'm going to hold monthly report cards for the administration. This is what we're doing. This is how it's happening. And if it's sensitive information, we can scrub it, but you should still know we're working on a developer in an area in East Central for this type of development, and we're in negotiation with that, and that's what we're spending our time with. There has to be accountability. I mean, as a marketing consultant, I have to report to clients every single day. And when we're working for a big corporation, we have to have weekly presentations for their board. This is what we're doing. Here are the milestones, and here's our progress tracking for them. There needs to be accountability and transparency. You are not able to easily find out information about why is that building there, how much did it cost us, and what are we doing with it. I want to change that.
That's wonderful. I think that's great. I love that. Wow. That sounds like a great future. I would love that. That sounds great. I think it's so important that the voice of the people is heard in their own cities.
Absolutely.
And,
Your voice matters to me. That is, communication is everything, and you cannot possibly expect to be an effective leader if you do not understand the wants and the needs of people. And I'm going to caveat with that, not everybody gets a pony, right? But we're going to run everything through the lens of what's best for Ogden, and we are going to be engaged with people and businesses and walking through the process together so that we're all making decisions that are the best for Ogden.
Right.